What's going on, guys? I'm back with another one. And I just watched a movie called Venom, Let There Be Carnage, starring Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson, minus the wig, and Michelle Williams. First of all, let's do this. I'm going to make this Fox versus Sony in Marvel films. Because on one side, you have Fox, which includes X-Men, Deadpool, anything with dealing with Wolverine, and others. And for the most part, Fox hasn't really done a great job over the years. Yes, they've had their golden moments, all right, but it's a few. It's a few. For the most part, like I said, they fumbled a lot. They fumbled a lot. And then on the other side, we have Sony. Anything Spider-Man, Sony's got it. All right, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, even Tom Hardy. All right, because of course Venom is part of that world. And I hate to say it, but Sony is doing the better job at this moment. Okay, it's just Fox is just so bad at times. It's ridiculous. Okay. And I know that Disney is in the talks of merging with Fox and Sony. You know, you've seen some evidence of it a little bit, but we just don't know how far or deep that's going to go. And now we have Venom, Let There Be Carnage. So my question is, will this be another Sony good one? A Sony great? Will this be good enough to where we don't need Disney to mix with this? We're about to find out. Let's go. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. For those who don't know, for those who are not aware, if you don't know about this movie by now, the symbiotes have taken over your brain. Okay? You are taken over by the symbiote. You don't know about this because you're too busy fighting over the two voices in your head right now. Alright? And I forgive you, and I let you pass, but you gotta get that taken care of. Alright? Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It's pretty much the continuation from Venom 1. Alright? It's a catch-up on what he's been up to lately, and what happened after the conversation with him and Cletus Cassidy from the last one. Okay? And of course, after that, Cletus Cassidy is about to be sent to death row. And so he's meeting Judgment Day right now. And he wants to talk to Venom one last time. And of course, something happens within that conversation that unleashes a new monster named Carnage, which is even crazier and stronger than Venom. And that's the premise of the movie. I'm serious. Positives. There was something that grabbed me at first when I was watching this movie, and it was the illustration of the backstory for the young Cletus Cassidy. Sorry. And it just, the way it was done was just so interesting. I kind of like it when a movie goes from live action and then it jumps into an illustration without warning. Right? Because you're getting something unexpected out of nowhere. And that was exactly what that scene was. It was at the same time, it was so simple the way it was broken down. It was not complicated to understand why Cletus Cassidy is the way that he is, but the illustration just made it just so interesting to watch. So it's all the better to watch, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll say it like this: There's another flashback for Cletus Cassidy with live action. It's nowhere as good as the illustrated flashback. All right, I'll say that. I'll give it that. I'll give it that. Another positive about this. The final fight scene between Venom and Carnage. All right, it was incredible. It was for this movie. For this movie, it was incredible. Okay, and I'm saying that because this is a PG-13 Venom movie, which I will get my rant on a little later on about that. But for right now, we have to keep in mind that we're talking about Carnage here. So when Carnage was unleashed and he went on his rampage, of course, he was tearing the town up. But since it's PG-13, you can't really see the full-fledged rage of this guy. Not really. You can't see to the full extent what he's capable of, the horror he's capable of from a PG-13 film on other humans. So it was good to see him fight someone kind of like himself. That way, you could really see how twisted and sick Carnage is. How he could really get into Venom. Not like that, but he could really go at Venom in a different way that he couldn't go at the humans in this movie. And then that would make sense when you watch the movie. Okay, but that fight scene was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. They went at each other's throats through that fight scene. I'm gonna say it like that. There was no holding back. There was no kid gloves. Nothing. And I appreciated that. Another positive, and my last positive, the end credit scene. Now, of course, you know I can't mention what it's all about, but just know this. That end credit scene might, in fact, be the best thing about this film, because it says so much that I was waiting for, that I wish that would have. I can't say anymore. I'm not going to say any more about exactly what that would be, but thank goodness for that end credit scene. Okay, thank goodness for the end credit scene. It just literally saved the day for this movie. It saved the day on barely, a little bit. Now, let's get into those negatives. It's going to be a long night. First negative for this movie. I do not like the way Venom was depicted in this film. And that's something that I'm not even sure if I give a review for the first one. I don't think I did a review for the first one. But it's something that I made clear to anybody I spoke about with the first movie. They made Venom look like just a goofy character. He's not a goofy character. He's not Deadpool. And I'm not saying that Deadpool is, well, he's goofy. Deadpool is goofy. But I'm not saying that makes him a bad character. I'm just saying it's not who Venom is. Alright? It's not what makes Venom a good character in the comic book. Alright? And they didn't express that in the movie. You don't get that feel. Venom is a very intimidating character. Very vicious. It's an animal. He's an animal when he wants to be. Okay? But in this film, you don't feel that. Not with all the jokes and the silly stuff, and it's like a cartoon. They turned this man into a cartoon. Why? Why did they do that? And that brings me to the humor in this movie. Now, I'll admit this. In part one, because I did not expect the humor to be the way that it was, I appreciated the humor in part one. That kind of kept me through. That got me through most of the movie. The jokes and the cussing and it coming from Venom. You know what I'm saying? The kind of the things that he was saying. He was talking crap to everybody. A symbiote, and I enjoyed that for the first one. It was a better thing. But for part two, it's just worn thin. It's nothing new now. It's nothing new. They didn't try anything shocking with his humor this time. They didn't try to flip it or turn something around. They just came at you with the same crap from last time. You know, and I almost wanted to laugh at some of the jokes, but it was just like a something like that. It wasn't even like a full chuckle from me. It was not warranted. It was not earned for this movie. Very bad. Very bad. Another negative that I have to mention about this film. This movie eventually turned into the stupidest movie I have watched in a while. Okay, there were some dumb decisions made about this film. Cheesy decisions made about this film. Couple examples. Venom is supposed to be a secret of Eddie Brock's. Nobody's supposed to know that Eddie Brock is Venom, right? So he has to struggle and fight to hide Venom from the world. There's a scene where Venom pops out so fast while Eddie's talking to an officer or a cop or whatever. He pops out of him so fast. There's no way he could have hit him away from that man that quickly. There was no way that man would have not known something was wrong. Yet they try to make you believe that Eddie Brock moved so fast into the bathroom to talk to Venom that the man did not suspect anything. He was listening. The man was listening on the door. But when Eddie came out, the man didn't suspect a thing from this whole conversation. Maybe he just thought he was talking to himself. No way. No way, man. You got to know there's something wrong. But nobody made a big deal about this, okay? Venom was out in public partying, Mardi Gras or whatever the hell was going on. He was out in public just having a good old time and partying. The other party animals or partiers thought that he was a costume. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the idiot. The idiocracy. Can I say it like that? The idiot stuff. The dumb decisions made with this movie once again. The lame moves. That was lame. What was done with Venom. It was very lame. And I have so much disrespect for the direction that this movie went eventually. It just put Venom up there with the Looney Tunes, okay? Just go ahead and put him up there. That's what you want to do? Put him up there with Looney Tunes? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. If that's what you want to do. You're going to take a dump on the Venom name, the legend. Just like you did Juggernaut. Now Venom. Last negative. I've said it before about this movie. Well, the first one. And I'm going to say it again about this one. This movie should have been rated R. It's PG-13. Venom is not that type of character. He is a raw, violent creature. but yet PG-13 is what you gave this. If it was rated R, it would have been so much better than what it was. Alright, it would have been very well executed, given a better rating. Okay, open up the rating for something else. It's on a Punisher level. It's on a Punisher level. Treat it like that. Treat it like that. I don't understand. It's the dark character. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do they do this? And for that reason, I have to give this an eh. That's right. I'm giving it an eh. Because for entertainment reasons. I was entertained a little bit, and that saved it. That saved it by a landslide from not getting that hell no. Alright? I need you to press that like button, share this video, and if you haven't subscribed, you better subscribe.